Often, the initial period of formation of Ukrainian statehood starts of Act of Independence on August 24, 1991. However, the period from July 16, 1990, the declaration of state sovereignty of Ukraine on August 24, 1991, was decisive in the fate of Ukraine. Elections to the Verkhovna Rada of Ukraine in March 1990s showed a decline in the authority of the CPSU. The new political parties appeared on the political arena. For the first time in decades, politicians openly were talking about the independence of Ukraine. A situation was such as when not only the Democratic Bloc, but the Communist Party supported the declaration on the state sovereignty, but the Communists refused to grant Constitutional Status Declaration Act, which led to social stress. 1990 strike of students. Verkhovna Rada of Ukraine was inconsistent in solving economic issues too. By adopting a law on economic independence, it hampered the process of economic privatization and market economy reforms. Defining the fate of Ukraine was the August COP in Moscow on August 19 to 21, 1991. On August 24, 1991, the Verkhovna Rada of Ukraine proclaimed the declaration of independence and the appointment of the national referendum to confirm this act on December 1, 1991. At the same time, the first president of Ukraine, Leonid Makarovich Kravchuk, was elected. New political leadership of the state, spurring the political struggle, actually kept itself aloof from solving the urgent social and economic problems. Declining living standards, took place criminalization and shadow economy. The economic crisis has affected all sectors of the economy. The destruction of centralized control has led to a halt of production capacity oriented once the cycle union. The main attention was paid to the basic industries, while light industry and food industry gradually fell into decay. Crisis embraced agriculture, from what further pumped out financial resources. Collective agricultural enterprises and farms couldn't meet the needs for the state, became debtors. Withdrawal from the ruble zone required the introduction of its own currency, which was delayed until 1996. The economic indicators having stabilized for 1999 to 2001, but the lack of consistent reforms, constant political power struggle in which moreover got involved criminal structures in the new millennium, resulted in another economic crisis. Inflation became cyclical. The national currency gradually devalued. The Ukrainian economy lost its investment attractiveness through the criminalization. Clan political structures prevented the adopting of necessary laws for the good of the state. Human rights in the citizens were only constitutional declarations. Hope in Ukrainian society appeared during the presidential elections in Ukraine in 2004, when the government has used administrative resources, unseen pressure on the electoral will of the citizens around a single candidate from the Party of Regions and SDPU United, Viktor Fedorovich Yanukovych. The answer to the victory Yanukovych was the peaceful Orange Revolution, the first public statement of the Ukrainian people against the authorities, against the criminal oligarchic clans, against ossified post-Soviet system, which has remained unchanged since 1991. During November to December 2004, Kyiv was the center of democratic movement. Mass relies a lot to defend the foundations of democratic principles in the Supreme Court of Ukraine, which declared illegal the second round of elections and appointing the second vote on December 26, 2004. The absolute winner was Viktor Andreevich Yushchenko, who was supported by 52% of votes. But the new, at first sight, reformed the government got into internal conflicts. The opposition of the President of Ukraine to the Prime Minister Yulia Tymoshenko and opposition of the President of Ukraine and the Ukrainian Parliament, which led to the revival of reactionary forces, were typical. In 2006, Party of Regions won an absolute majority after the early elections to the Verkhovna Rada of Ukraine. Prime Minister of Ukraine was Viktor Fedorovich Yanukovych. There were the gradual restoration and revenge of political forces that present big business and criminal structures. In 2010, Viktor Yanukovych absolutely won the presidential elections. Once again, Ukrainian political elite couldn't gather around a single leader of a national scale through their own power ambitions. Discrediting itself by demagogy, populism, and passivity in matters of democratic governance, the political elite lost and betrayed the hopes of the Ukrainian society. Further, history was a history of confrontation between the people and government. Withdrawal of the political forces from the fight would lead to the tragic events of November 2013 till February 2014 and another revolutionary upheaval. In addition, from the 2004 began outright aggressive economic policy and information suppression of Ukraine by Russia, gas war, anti-Ukrainian propaganda on TV, etc.